All right. We got the college football 26 Dynasty deep dive. Let's go ahead and hop into this. See what this is talking about for Dynasty. You feel me?
Hey everybody, it's
This
Kirk
is
Herbstreit.
a very important moment. As y'all know, I did a Dynasty with, if you followed on my channel, I did the McDonald's Dynasty. So I don't know what Dynasty I'm going to do this year. I'm probably going to do a Dynasty with y'all. Just give me y'all names and stuff. I'm going to add y'all to the team, what position y'all want.
You can start your dynasty by stepping into the role of one of over 300 authentic college football coaches. To ensure each coach and coordinator's authentic styles are highlighted, we completely rebalanced archetypes and abilities and enhanced playbooks with over 2,800 new plays.
Okay.
So
I don't believe the play stuff. They say that every time. I don't believe it. I literally never believe that.
You truly feel the difference on the football field.
Ooh, okay. Okay, stiff arm.
When creating your own coach, giving you more control over the path you ultimately take. A new progression curve offers early career momentum with more sustained growth across a new level cap.
Battery 40%.
Bro, I was gonna say, are they gonna max it out to like 100? Are you gonna be able to prestige? Because I know level 50 was like the max, bro. I didn't like that. Like you can only max out to level 50 instead of like 100.
Archetype perk to really accelerate your progression. Updates to how coaching archetypes are unlocked, balanced, and expanded make each coaching path even more strategic and distinct. All three base archetypes now require a minimum coach level to unlock, promoting focused early investment and making your initial archetype choice more meaningful.
I mean, I think everybody gonna go with recruiter, obviously. I'm pretty sure that would make the most sense is recruiter.
Now, advancing within your specialty, like moving from recruiter to elite recruiter, is more affordable than a path that requires learning a new skill set. Preserve your dynasty legacy with the all-new trophy room. Showcase every trophy, title, and individual award won throughout your career.
Okay, I ain't gonna lie, that's fire. That is fire. I'm glad they added this. Dang, it was hella trophy.
History feature serves as a college football history book.
Ooh, oh, it's going all the way back then. Oh, they went all the way back there. I didn't think they was gonna go all the way back there with that.
We've revamped the transfer portal to create more realistic player movement, especially among the 4- and 5-star players. Now, from 2,000 up to 3,500 athletes can enter the portal each season, giving you fresh ways to build your roster year after year. New dynamic deal breakers are player expectations that evolve with their talent. That 3-star freshman who is happy with average facilities, if he's an All-American by junior year, he might be looking for top-tier amenities. And whether it's listed as a deal breaker or not, your most talented players may still demand playing time. Some coach abilities can impact dynamic deal breakers, providing strategic recruiting advantages. New dynamic dev traits have a bigger impact on player growth, along with more abilities across 59 total player archetypes for better variety among athletes. And skill group levels increase from 10 to 20, so progression feels more gradual and realistic. Recruiting visits now involve location-based costs. So the further a prospect lives from your campus, the more recruiting hours a visit costs. This simulates an authentic recruiting challenge faced by smaller programs who must focus locally, while powerhouses...
Oh, they're making it more hard. So if you go a 1-star school like Kent State, they gonna make that shit harder. Nah, I'm gonna pause after, bro. We gonna do all this and then yes, I like that. Thank God they added this. I'm so glad they added this. We're gonna pause and fully break down it after. We're gonna watch it again after. I ain't gonna pause at all.
And once it's empty, they can't bounce back until the off season. Auto subs
season end injuries. Okay.
Allowing you to customize substitution thresholds and better manage your team's long-term use.
Bro got a cramp.
Within custom conferences, the new protected opponents option ensures certain annual matchups, regardless of divisional changes. Preserve key rivalries like Michigan versus Ohio State every year with this feature, up to 2 protected opponents per team. New
Okay.
formation subs provide flexibility to assign players to specific alignments, adding ways to strategically exploit opponent team weaknesses.
How many people are they going to be allowed in the Dynasty? I'm curious about that for multiplayer.
Per team, with packages that persist season to season. With crossplay in Dynasty, build your college
only 32 players again. But it is crossplay this time. I don't think it was crossplay last year. I don't think it was. Was it crossplay last year? I didn't do an online Dynasty last year, so I wouldn't know.
Pre-order the MVP bundle. Includes both EA Sports College Football 26 and Madden NFL 26 for Xbox Series XS and PlayStation 5.
Okay. That was a lot to go over, so let's go back from the start. Let's see what we realize in this Dynasty deep dive. We finna do a deep dive ourselves, you feel me? See what kind of dive we talking about.
Adding authenticity to every Dynasty run while also delivering on community feedback.
Obviously, they got their coaches in there now. Yeah, they got coaches. Ryan Day, Marcus Freeman. I don't think that's Marcus Freeman. Steve, sorry. Ooh, I'm not gonna try that last name. Dan Lanning from Oregon. Okay. You got the same screen right here. What do we see? Hold on. What do we see? We see a contract. This seems like the same traits from last year. We don't see any new traits. Can you stop licking me? I'm trying to record a video. You gonna come sit my head? Oh my God, you are big as shit. What's going on? You wanna say hi? No. Gone. Go away.
Completely rebalanced archetypes and abilities and enhanced playbooks.
Those look the same.
2,800 new plays. So when you battle a CEO like Kirby Smart one week and a program builder like Lane Kiffin the next, you truly feel the difference on the football field.
Okay.
This new depth also offers more options when creating your own coach, giving you
So we still got the same stuff here. Nothing new.
Control over the path you ultimately take.
Okay, we got a lot of new clothing style.
That's cool. Curve offers early career momentum with more sustained growth across a new level.
Hold on, what am I in? Okay, just chatting. Yep.
Cap up to 100. Of course, no
new job offers. Nothing new. It looks like here, but that whole, what is it called? HUD display, whatever you want to call it. Screen is different. It feel like it's a lot. I don't know how to describe it. It does look a little more fresher and new.
Coach excels at everything, so hire coordinators who complement your strengths or shore up your weaknesses, and make sure to leverage your staff's active archetype perk to really accelerate your progression. Updates to how coaching archetypes are unlocked, balanced, and expanded make each coaching path even more strategic.
Oh, these are literally the same like last year. Nothing new.
Now require a minimum
but this is new. Hold on. Let me put this up. Should I let you out? You want to go outside? You want to go outside? All right. Chill out. Hey, behave yourself. All right, we ain't finna do this on camera. You understand me, Storm? Come on. You going outside? You too big to be in the house right now. No, stop. Come on, let's go outside. Come on, God damn! Look how tall you is. Hold on. Look how tall you is. Storm, come here. Up. Yeah. What's going on? Sit. Let me up. Sit. Wait, sit. Let me up. Storm, sit. Let me up. Talk to me. Yeah, come on, let's go outside. Come on. Go outside. Sit. Stay. Foxy, come on. Good girl. All right, we back. Ooh, let me take this off. Hold on, I'm bugging out. Nope. I'm gonna act like I'm missing my stream. Hell no. All right, let's go back into the reaction. All right, so this is new. Max minimum coach level requires 10. Okay.
Unlock, promoting focused early investment and making your initial archetype choice more meaningful. New scaling archetype costs encourage more
Was that not already an upgrade price of 20? I feel like it was more expensive, honestly.
intentional choices as you progress.
Oh, they're different prices.
Within your specialty, like moving from recruiter to elite recruiter, is more affordable than a path that requires learning a new skill set.
Oh, okay. I understand it. I understand it now.
Preserve your dynasty legacy with the all-new trophy room. Showcase.
Wait, what?
Preserve your dynasty legacy with the all.
So that's just in the front screen. That's not even in dynasty mode. Okay.
All new trophy room. Showcase.
Oh, trophy room. Oh, dynasty road to glory. Oh, you got everything here.
Title and individual award won throughout your coaching journey. And look ahead.
This is not even part of dynasty anymore. This is just the regular game.
The new college football history.
Oh, well, I guess it's right there as well. Okay. You have it all the way, literally. Sheesh. The winning coach show. It doesn't even show like the high. I guess never mind. They don't do that. I'm tripping.
Unless you compare your program to the all-time great.
Harvard won one? I didn't even know Harvard or Yale won a Heisman. Or not a Heisman, but a Natty.
We've revamped the transfer portal.
Thank God, bro. He said to me they made this like more better. I'm glad they added the team needs up here because I'd always have to back out, find what I actually need, what positions I have less of. Okay, I accidentally did that. I'm glad they did that.
Player movement, especially among the 4- and 5-star players. Now, from 2-player movement, especially among the 4- and 5.
Top 5, okay. What is he? He's a signal caller, a whale position, a linebacker position. Okay.
5-star players. Now, from
a physical freak.
To 3,500 athletes can enter the portal.
You got a lot of archetypes that's new in the game, as y'all can see. I know y'all saw all those brand new archetypes in the game.
New dynamic deal breakers are player expectations that evolve with their talent.
I feel like that was already in the game, though.
Happy with average facilities? If he's an All-American by junior year, he might be looking for top-tier amenities.
That is crazy. How do you even upgrade the facility? Like, can you not even upgrade the facility, though?
Some coach abilities can impact dynamic deal breakers, providing strategic recruiting advantages. New dynamic dev traits have a bigger impact on player growth.
Star.
With more ability.
Oh, they got it at the bottom right, finally.
Player archetypes for better variety.
Yeah, they got a lot of new archetypes.
Skill group levels increase from 10
and we can't spend those. They got to spend it themselves. We still can't spend their points. I don't think so.
Recruiting visits now involve location-based costs. So the further a prospect lives from your campus, the more recruiting hours a visit costs.
That's all the way downtown, bro. That's all the way in San Jose and you in Miami, Florida. That's across the country.
Can recruit nationally. New recruiting battles create high-stakes showdowns when multiple schools are neck and neck for a couple.
Now, what does this do? If you're in a recruiting battle, how does that work?
Center on your prospect list, so you always know exactly where to focus your efforts. When it comes to wear and tear, every player now has a seasonal health pool that depletes as they.
So you telling me they could get a career-ending injury and not even play for you anymore? Because they got the career health and the season health.
And once it's empty, they can't bounce back until the offseason.
So what if it's a career health injury? Can they bounce back, or are they just obviously done for their whole career?
And better manage your team's long-term usage. Within custom conferences, the new protected opponents option ensures certain annual matchups, regardless of divisional changes.
That's cool. Obviously, you want to verse your rivals in these. It's a big moment for college football fans.
New formation subs provide flexibility to assign players to specific alignments, adding ways to strategically exploit opponent team weaknesses. Take advantage of new position archetypes with up to 50 subs per team, with packages that persist season to season. With crossplay in Dynasty, build your college football empire with friends on any platform. Use the enhanced Player Hub and new Members tab to effortlessly manage your Dynasty and stay connected. Pre-order the MVP bundle. Includes for
I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Let's see. I don't know if they got a deep dive for college football 26 exactly, but we can try searching it up to see if they do though. No, let's see. Let's see if they got one. Here it is. Yep, this is it right here. How long is this? You know, on second thought, why do I do this to myself, man? Is there like a video I can just watch for this deep dive? Like, do I really gotta sit here and watch this deep dive shit, bro? There's no way I gotta watch this, right? Or not watch, but read through this. Like, we're gonna watch Eric Ray rather, bro. Let's see what Eric's talking about, gang. Because there's no shot. Hell no.
Now, this video is sponsored by EA because they did get me this information early so that I could get this video ready quickly for you guys. It's a lot to go into today. They dropped a trailer.
Shout out to Eric Rayweather.
76-page blog, which is insane.
76-page. Hell no, I wasn't reading no 76-page blog. Y'all out y'all damn mind. 76 pages? What am I in school, my nigga? Nah, y'all out y'all mind, bro. I'm not going through all this. 76 my ass? Yo, you dead ass, son? I'm still scrolling. I'm still scrolling. Ah, hell nah, yeah. Shout out to Eric Rayweather, bro. We watching your video, gang.
It takes a really long time to read.
Nah.
I've condensed a lot of the
Nah, we not doing that. Hell no.
Now, there's going to be more deep dives coming, more gameplay videos, and some exclusive footage that I'll have soon. If you don't want to miss out on all of that, make sure to subscribe and turn the bell icon.
We here for this one, bro.
We still got a lot more information coming before this game releases.
70 something page my ass.
Release of this game. So if everybody watching, just subscribe.
Got me
get that number
messed up, bro.
So to start out the deep dive, they mentioned how college football 26 represents year 2 of their vision. A year focused on building on the foundation that was set last year. They've added a lot of stuff that the community wanted. They've listened to a lot of the feedback, and they've cleaned up some of the issues that they had. So let's start with building your coach. When starting your dynasty, you can create a coach or choose from over 300 real-life head coaches and coordinators, each with authentic playbooks, schemes, tendencies, stats, and coaching abilities. In Dynasty mode, you'll face real coaches with authentic playstyles both in games and on the recruiting trail. You can even hire them through the coaching carousel. If creating your own coach, New Gear Options lets you customize their look with everything from a hoodie and joggers to a quarter zip and jeans. You can even grace the sidelines with a sleeveless shirt and shorts. It's all up to you. You can now even customize your coach's demeanor and stance, whether calm and composed or fiery and intense, adding more personality to how they appear and act on the field. And your coach level caps will now be at 100 up.
Thank God, bro. Because 50 was ridiculous, bro. They should add prestiges. Like, you be prestige 1 as soon as you hit level 100, prestige 2 as soon as you hit level 100 again, and whatever is the max prestige you can go, like prestige 5 or something. I don't know. That's how I should really go, because max 50 last year was annoying, bro. I literally fired my old coach just to, you know, go to a different skill tree, because I thought I was going to be able to get more levels.
Making that initial archetype choice even more
meaningful. They should max it out to like level 150, honestly.
Relationship not just between archetypes, but also you and your coordinators. Choosing a staff that complements or counters your strengths is more important than ever. Each archetype you unlock becomes incrementally more expensive, encouraging more intentional choices as your coaching journey evolves. For example, if you start as a recruiter, becoming an elite recruiter will be much cheaper than trying to learn a completely new skill set and become a motivator. Just like in real life, it's easier to grow within an existing area or expertise than to take on a new and unrelated skill set. Program builder and CEO archetypes are the exceptions. As broader leadership-focused archetypes rather than specific coaching disciplines, they are not impacted by scaling costs and remain more accessible once you meet their unlock requirements. The Program Builder's Friends and Family discount lowers archetype costs if another coach already owns them, rewarding smart staff choices. Archetype abilities have also been rebalanced to emphasize trade-offs, with adjusted costs and new abilities to deepen specialization and coaching identity. Moving on to the coaching carousel, this is an area that did need some improvement. It says, you'll now receive notifications when coordinators accept or decline job offers, as well as alerts when one is poached for a new opportunity. But it says they've also added 3 new program builder abilities that give you more control over the hiring and retention process.
What
Forever
that mean?
home, your coordinators are less likely to leave for another job. Deal sweetener, coordinators
I wonder
are
if
more
I can
likely to
have
accept
it.
your
Hold
job
on.
offer,
We're gonna do
and
this.
cream of the crop increases the
I'm
caliber
curious, right?
of coordinators available for you to hire.
Let's see.
Top coaches
He's
now
on
get better job offers, and the staff move screen shows each coach's old
Here,
/ new
let's see.
role,
Here he
school,
is.
and
Okay.
reason for leaving.
Yup.
Moving on to the trophy room, something that was highly
Trophy room.
requested, and it is now here this year. Every time you win a major game or award in Dynasty, a trophy is added to your personal trophy room, viewable from the Dynasty hub or main menu.
Because
Each
we
Dynasty
didn't get
has
to
its
see this
own
picture
room
right here. I
tracking
don't
over
think he
160
added
possible
it.
trophies
Let's see.
with detailed info like
Yeah, it
year,
was the
team,
same
opponent,
thing. We didn't
and
get to see this
player.
picture
The
in
trophy
here.
room is shared across all modes: Dynasty, Road to
Let's
Glory,
do
Play Now,
open
and Road to the
image
College
tab.
Football Playoff, keeping your legacy alive no
Play
matter
for
how
now,
you play.
hired
which
by
I think is
another
pretty cool.
team.
So you can share
Okay.
this across any different mode that you play and just rack up trophies. Now let's move on to the part about building your program. So this is where we're going to talk
Building the
about
program.
transfer
Talk to
portal,
me, talk to
recruiting,
me.
and stuff like that. Starting with the transfer portal, which was another area that definitely needed some work. The transfer portal in college football 26 is now more unpredictable, with around 2,000 players entering annually, forcing
2,000,
tough roster
yup.
decisions. Star
Shit.
ratings are now based more on position and class year, not just overall. You
Yep.
can build
For
through the
example,
portal
85
for instant
overall
impact
freshman
or
quarterback would be
develop
far
high school
harder than
talent,
a
each with
85
its
overall
own
senior
pros and
guard,
cons.
which
Retaining
makes a whole
players
lot
is
of
just as
sense.
critical as managing expectations plays a big role in keeping your roster intact. In college 26, every player now has a defined deal breaker, a key expectation that, if unmet, could lead them to enter the transfer portal. New this year is conference prestige as a deal breaker and a revamped playing time system that now considers actual snaps played, not just depth chart
So
positions.
he's still going through
In
the
college
coaching
26,
abilities.
every player now has a deal breaker, giving each one a clearly defined expectation and a chance to enter the portal if that expectation isn't met. Even players without playing time as their main deal breaker, especially QBs, 5 stars, and top backups, may still leave.
Oh,
if
this
they're
is
not
new.
seeing
This
the
is new.
field
Hold on.
as they would in
We didn't
real
see
life.
this.
This adds realism,
What is this
discourages
part?
talent hoarding, and brings risk to redshirting players, especially in online dynasties
Whoa.
where cheese tactics are now more punishable. So
Whoa.
you can't just hoard a bunch of players. They're gonna
Redshirting
wanna
comes
leave if they're
a
not playing.
risk. Oh, you
Which
can't
brings us to the
redshirt players like
dynamic
that
deal
anymore.
breakers. These
They can
replace
leave.
the
I used to
grade
redshirt all my
threshold for
freshmen
college football
too.
25.
I ain't
Now
gonna
player
lie,
expectations
that's
evolve
kind
with
of
performance. Better
crazy.
players demand more.
So if you get a
Which makes it
5-star
feel like
freshman,
big
4-star
fish in a small
freshman,
pond
you
means
might want to
all
play that
the
man
stars
immediately
transfer
instead of
to
trying
better
to
programs
trying to
where the
redshirt
pool
them
no
and then
longer
call it a
matches their
day.
rising goals.
Like, nah, you can't do that
Expectations
anymore.
like
Seem like
academics or NIL now scale with the player's overall rating or star
academics.
ranking. For example, Tennessee's QB left
Excuse
for
me?
UCLA after his brand deal breaker demands grew. The system makes transfers feel more
The hell is
natural
that
and
at?
reflective of modern college football. Your coach and staff choices directly affect how well you manage
Yeah, I see here.
evolving player
It went to an
expectations.
A.
But there are some key abilities.
He's an
here that
85
can help
overall
you,
here.
like lower
He's a
the
91
bar, which
overall
is a
right here.
strategist ability.
And
This
yeah, it
lowers
grew.
the grade needed to meet deal breakers up to one
It's
full
still on the
letter.
coaching stuff
The
right
family
here.
atmosphere master motivator ability reduces transfer likelihood
Family-
even if
where's
expectations
that at?
aren't met. Program Builder also has abilities such as Gift of Gab, Roster Retainer, and Full Refund. This
Oh,
improves
right here.
the
I'm
chances to
tripping.
persuade players to stay. As
Yep.
players grow, their demands
Additional
change. Adapting your
pursuit
strategy is
attempts, roster
crucial
retainer,
to
increased chance
long-term
of
success.
pursuing a
Every
player to
program's
stay.
identity is
Full
defined by
refund,
its
okay.
My School grades, which measures strengths and weaknesses across 14 categories. The grade curve has been rebalanced with fewer teams in the A-B range, making differentiation clearer between top-tier programs and the rest. A major change is in pro potential. Previously,
The
based
fact that
on
we still
current
got
rosters,
20 minutes
it's
left
now
in this
determined by
video
the
is kind of
school's draft
crazy, guys.
history
I ain't
over
gonna lie
the
to you.
past 4 seasons, tracked by
That is
position.
kind
This
of
means you can now
wild.
clearly see which schools are consistently sending talent to the next level and who truly deserves the title of wide receiver U. And they also did add in some transfer
Course,
portal
Bordox played that shit early.
customization in the settings. You can set max transfers per
Don't
team
these two
now.
got beef?
You can
Oh
adjust
no,
the
that is
transfer
more Bordox.
probability
I'm
on
tripping.
user teams,
I'm
which
tripping.
scales how
I don't
likely a
want no.
player
I
is
ain't even
to
gonna click on that,
transfer
bro. I
if
don't
their
got
deal breakers
nope.
violated. You could also do this for CPU teams as well.
That is none of my
Improvements
business.
to playing style now better reflect team performance rather than individual stats, especially on defense. Defensive players are now evaluated by
Where we
team
at?
stats like passing.
Wait,
or
where we
rushing
at?
yards allowed,
Eric, where we
offering
at,
a
bro?
more accurate portrayal
I'm
of how your
lost.
team plays.
I wasn't paying attention.
Additionally, starting
What is
grades
this?
for every team have been adjusted to align more closely with real-world standings, utilizing the new grading distribution for a fairer
Like
reflection.
4 years of draft
Now
picks
that
for your
brings us
team.
to something new that is called location-based recruiting. Visit costs will
Location-based, yep.
depend on how close a recruit lives to your campus. Visits can range from 10 to 40 recruiting hours, making local recruiting more efficient and forcing strategic choices based on geography and budget. The CEO
Ooh, look at the difference. Look at the difference. Hold on. He's speaking because look. This dude's from Texas. This is 15. This man all the way in Cali, and this is 40.
And you can
Whoa, brother. Oh my. And this is student of the game, so he got all 3 unlocked. This is sitting a house.
Streamlined and impactful. Attribute displays have been standardized.
Oh wait, never mind. This is just never mind. That's just actual, but scheduled visits still. Yeah, never mind.
Now, when comparing 2 players in the same position, you'll see their shared attributes lined up the same way every time, making comparisons easier. Plus, the mind reader ability, which is for the strategist archetype, now reveals a recruit's development trait during scouting, not just campus visits, giving you an early edge in spotting high upside talent. They've also added something.
That's strategist. I might want to become a strategist there.
Right away, the recruit
it's not like the strategist might be the way to go over recruiter. Then you would think the recruiter would have that ability, not the strategist. Strategist, you can find hidden gems hella faster.
Fight to the finish. And they also did a lot of work with recruit generation. In College Football 26, it now generates 4,100 recruits per season.
4,100?
More varied talent pool. Elite prospects, especially athletes, are rare, making them more valuable. Brand exposure is now a key pitch for glamour positions like quarterback, running back, wide receiver, corner, and edge rusher, aligning with NIL expectations. Deal breakers and pitches have been rebalanced to create more overlap, requiring deeper scouting.
I saw something about Mind Reader. There it is.
With more natural weight progression, and a new lean body type represents wiry, underdeveloped athletes, especially at the wide receiver.
So he's a pocket passer with 77 speed. Damn. Oh, it got the development trait finally at the bottom right. Thank God, bro. But I never know what trait the actual player got. Like, say you're trying to redshirt them or something. I don't know. You just need to see their development trait. Did they have that in the bottom right last year? I don't think they did. I think that's kind of new.
Before using it, based on how much
on time, I think that's a new ability. On time got to be a new ability. I'm pretty sure.
Marked on your board, making it easy to spot recruits.
What is Arizona State? Ain't this expensive? Where is this at? Is this Mississippi? I think this is Mississippi. Greensville, Mississippi.
Will boost your odds.
That just sounds like Mississippi. I'm curious. Hold on.
And need a new path in. Used wisely,
what?
Sway can shift a recruiting battle in your favor. They've also added some quality of life upgrades to recruiting, making it faster and easier to manage.
That is Mississippi. Yeah, I know my stuff.
Of the prospect list and update in real time. Up and down arrows now show if you're rising or falling on a recruit's top schools. Red dots and highlights signal when the recruit enters a pitch stage or are close to committing. You can now favor recruits by double tapping triangle or Y, which helps track top targets. New search filters include max star rating, pipeline level, and recruiting stage.
Hold on. We should probably
smarter, quicker, and stay focused.
Is he on recruiting battle?
Work with player progression. It says player development is crucial to building a championship. In College 26, progression has been rebalanced and expanded to create.
What the hell? He went through all this already? We're at player progression now. Damn. Yo, I'm not paying attention, guys. I'm not locked in how I should be. Oh my God. What was I doing? I don't even know what I was doing. I guess we're on player progression already. Hopefully y'all more locked in than me.
Now occur during the offseason, reflecting player maturity. Your school's athletic facilities grade now impact player progression, with better facilities boosting development. This adds another layer to program building, highlighting the gap between elite schools and others. Moving on to physical abilities. In College 26, some abilities now require 2 attribute ratings to unlock, making top-tier abilities rare and increasing
2 attribute abilities. Whoa, what they mean by that?
Platinum Shifty will now require 97 change of direction and 96 acceleration.
Oh,
the archetype system is also been overhauled, introducing new player types and physical ability combinations to better reflect.
Yep, there it is right here. Y'all see it, Shifty? Football. Change of direction, acceleration for Jeremiah Smith.
Potential. If a player excels during the season, they may upgrade their development trait during the offseason. Upgrading depends on their stats relative to the position, and it's harder to move up the higher their
okay, so now they can upgrade during the offseason. Okay. But they can go to star to impact. Okay, that's fire. That's fire. I like that. I like that, bro.
The training results screen has also been revamped for better visibility into a player's growth. You can now see how much each attribute increased for every player along with
They didn't
their
have this
weight
last
range,
year?
upgraded abilities, and any changes.
Oh, I see the
to their
upgraded
abilities.
ability
This
for sure.
provides
It got a
clear
green on it.
view
It
of
got a
the
green on
offseason
it.
progression,
Oh,
which
and he
is
green
really
too. Bow.
positioned one
That
of the
these
bigger
two are new for
annoyances
sure.
last year. You didn't
But
really
they didn't
see
have this
where
stuff
they
right
improved
here.
and by how much. You had to kind of remember, which was pretty impossible. For an
They
entire
didn't
season.
have that
There's
last
also
year?
manual progression, which
EA,
can be
come on
enabled in the
now.
league
How
settings
y'all
for
didn't
more
have that
control
last
over
year,
player
bro?
development. When active players
I thought they
earn
had
skill
that for
points
some
but
reason
don't
last year. I
automatically
guess they
spend them,
didn't.
You can manually
I'm tripping.
allocate skill points to a player's player card. To maintain balance, manual progression does have a default 25% nerf. Which
Oh,
was
we can
adjusted
do
and
it
turned
this
off by the
year.
Dynasty commissioner. Moving on to position
Oh,
changes.
snap. We
These
can
now come
actually
with
put
more
their
realistic
points
challenges.
on.
When a player switches positions,
Hey,
they
that's
retain
fire
only
that
the
we
ability
can
shared
actually
between
have
their old
control
and
of
new
this.
archetypes.
Last
Skill
year, we didn't
caps
have
are adjusted
control.
based on how closely the
Thank
new
God we
position
can
aligns
actually
with
control
your
this,
own.
bro. I'm
For
glad we
example,
can.
moving a running back to wide receiver results in a smaller drop than switching to an offensive tackle. The further apart the positions are, the harder the transition. The
Makes
player
sense.
module will show which abilities are retained and the player's development trait remains
Okay.
the same, ensuring consistent growth as they adapt in their new role.
Let's see. Let's see what
Now let's
abilities
talk about managing wear and
kept.
tear. In college 26, player
All right.
durability is influenced
So
by
he
how
is
their body
a
responds to physical
Mike
demands.
middle
It's not just
linebacker.
about injuries,
These are his
it adds up.
abilities.
Some players
And then he
can
went to
withstand
free
more wear and
safety.
tear, while others break down under
His
repeated
overall went
impacts.
down 3.
In college
He
26,
lost,
each player has a season
he
and
lost
career health
grip
that
breaker,
determines how much wear and tear they can recover
but kept the other
in
4.
a season and
And
over
he
their
went to
career.
D
Once a
tackle,
player's season
lost
health
1
pool is
overall,
depleted,
and
they
went
can't
to only
recover
having 1
damage in the
ability.
offseason.
Damn.
This plays out in
That's
real
a massive
scenarios
drop.
like last year's national championship game, where Notre Dame's quarterback, after a heavy workload, showed noticeable performance decline due to accumulated wear and tear. At the end of each season, a player's health pool replenishes, but its size depends on how much was left at the end. Players with a nearly empty pool start the next season with a smaller one, while those with a full pool maintain a larger one. You'll now manage a player's career clock with how much they're used each season, affecting their longevity, adding more strategic decisions about player usage and health management throughout the year. Now, they talked about this in the gameplay deep dive, but they have added new auto subs and stuff like that to the game, and there's some different ones that you can use, such as Keep Fresh.
There's 4 strategies that you can choose from.
Early to limit accumulated
Keep fresh, normal, grind it out, or you can
which is a
custom.
balanced approach that will keep a steady rotation.
Yep.
You can set your auto sub to grind it out, where players
Yep.
will stay in even if they've have
We
significant
reading
wear and
that. We
tear. They'll
on
try to
that.
grind it out
Right here.
Or you could set this up to custom. So there are
Custom.
some settings to help deal with the new wear and tear system.
Okay.
And the wear and tear itself has a custom settings menu, so you can adjust everything from how much a hit damages players to how much they replenish between quarters and halftime, so you can kind of tailor this to your liking. Now let's move on to some other stuff here for Dynasty. And here we're going to talk about the history. They've done a lot of work with this. It says in college
Here we are right
26,
here.
the new college football
Talk to
history
me.
feature allows you to relive your Dynasty's legacy.
Talk
Access
to me.
through the stats
Okay.
and records tab in the Dynasty Hub.
Records
tracks
tab,
national
yep.
champions
We
dating
saw
back
that.
to 1869,
Yeah, I was going to say, we saw
conference
Harvard and
champions,
Yale, all of
historical
them.
player and coach award winners,
Like-
such as Heisman and Coach of the Year.
Okay,
Still
so they
ranked
do got
by
that. I was
team
thinking, like, do they only got winning
evolution
coach? Like, do we
conferences
see the
like Pac-12.
Heisman and all
This
the other
feature does
awards,
grow
or
with your
is it just the
dynasty,
winning
preserving
coach?
every
I was
moment
curious
and
about that.
champions across 30 seasons. Additionally,
This
14
is
new
conference
awards have been
champion.
adding, including the Maxwell and the Walter Camp Awards, along with a rebalanced evaluation
And
of
you got the
defensive
national
stats for award
championship.
consideration.
Oh, they're going to
In
Heisman
college
Trophy. They're going to
26,
Heisman
you
Trophy
can now
right
view a
here.
player's
Look,
full
look.
history of awards and accolades directly from their player
Caleb,
card.
Marcus
Simply
Mariota,
navigate the More
Troy
tab, go to
Smith,
stats,
Reggie
and go to
Bush,
awards.
Matt
This
Leonard,
section displays
Carson
all their
Palmer,
individual
Eric
honors,
Crouch,
including Heisman
Ron
trophies,
Dane,
conference
C.
championships,
Wood,
All-American and
Eddie
all-conference
George,
selections, player of the
Desmond
week honors,
Howard,
and even their
Mike
transfer
Rozier,
history.
and
They've
our boy
also done a lot of
Marcus
work
with
behind
the
the
Fluffin'
numbers, like
Alley.
stat tracking and
Oh,
tiebreakers.
whoa,
They
whoa,
go
look
into
at all these
detail
awards
about
that
how
this
the
man John Mater
tiebreakers
got.
didn't always work out correctly
Brother,
last
officer,
year,
oh my
and
lord,
they
he got
upgraded
all these
logic
awards.
to
Okay, I'm not going
better
through all
align with
that.
how real-world conferences settle their standings and to ensure outcomes make sense. So they've improved tiebreaker logic.
Dog, the
throughout
fact that
entire
we
road.
still probably like only
But they've also
halfway
done
because
good
we still
work
got
with player
all
stats.
of
It
this.
says the box
Imagine
score
me
calculates
going
the
through
total
all
number
this
of
right here
plays and yards per
myself.
play. They've
Hell
also
no,
added
what they
new
going
metrics
on through all
within
this. Shout out to
season
Eric
stats, career
Mayweather for this
stats,
video,
team
dog.
stats.
For surely,
For
shout out to
example,
him.
For quarterbacks, you can now see their touchdown
I just got off for
percentage,
work, bro.
sack
I wasn't
rate,
going through all this.
interception percentage, their touchdown to interception ratio, net yards per attempt, adjusted net yards per pass attempt, which is all really
This is
good
just
stuff.
a
For running backs,
gameplay
you'll see
video
their
right
fumble
here.
rate. For punters,
This is
you'll see
just
their
gameplay that we
touchback
saw last
percentage.
time.
For team stats, you'll see total yards
Where
per
is he
game,
at?
rushing yards per game, passing yards per game, yards per play. For defense, you'll
Where
see
the
yards
hell is he
he
allowed per
at?
game, rush yards allowed per game, pass yards allowed per game, points allowed per game, and sacks per game. You'll also see penalties per game and penalty yards per game. Moving on to
oh, he was right here the whole time. My dumb ass. He was literally right here the whole time.
Most of you, I think, know by
this
now.
is players that season career stats. Stat pattern. Okay.
Sam, Will, and Mike linebackers. They have long snappers.
Sam and Will, Mike linebackers. That's gonna confuse a lot of non-football fans. These 3, 2, 4 positions is gonna confuse a lot of positions. Not positions, players. Sam and Will is it's gonna get ugly, bro. That's where the real sports football heads are gonna take advantage of. Obviously, people got search up videos of what's the best Sam or Will Sam or Will linebackers. Jesus, I was trying to say Mike as well.
The gritty possession receiver, the gadget receiver, a guy that could do it all. He can take snaps at QB and running back. You've got a contested.
Oh, these are the wide receiver positions.
More detailed with archetypes now, and this is going to play into
tested wide receiver. Looks like a Mike Evans. We've got a Debo, and then we got a T.Y. Hilton, and then elusive route runner. We're gonna say
this brings more creativity.
Elusive. Who's an elusive? I'm gonna say Jay Jettis. Physical route runner. We got DK Metcalf. Route artist. Oh, I should have said Jay Jettis right here. We're gonna go Jamar Chase for elusive, and route artist. We're gonna go Jay Jettis. Speedster Tyreek.
If you switch playbooks, any formation shared between the old and new will retain the assigned subs, keeping your strategies intact, which I think that's just a small but very good thing that they added there. Moving on to custom conferences and protected opponents. This is another area that needed work.
Bro, we still going, bro. I've been recording for 37 fluffing minutes, bro. This long ass deep dive that they added into a 4-minute video. They didn't talk about none of this in a 4-minute video. What in the hell, EA? Y'all expected us to read the 76-page essay y'all gave us? Like, no. We're not reading all this.
Disable protected opponents and adjust other conferences settings via the conference rules screen. You can also regenerate.
And I ran out of juice, so I'm more mad. I missed my juice already, dog. I don't got no more juice.
Real world games and where they're played.
I need more juice.
Hey. New format this offseason. The college
I need more juice.
So that now the top 4 teams in the college playoff rankings receive first round buys. Previously, the buys were awarded to the 4 highest ranked conference champions, so that
I don't even know where we at anymore, bro.
As well.
I be getting lost.
Has made some quality of life changes.
Where is he talking about?
Access to player info. Anytime a player appears in a spreadsheet, you can now press triangle or Y to open.
Bro, where are we at?
Or R3 or the right stick to view their stats and award history. That's a great change that was needed. Player stats and attributes are everywhere. Anywhere they appear.
Oh, we right here?
Be able to access their season stats and player module. In addition to the 2 new player module panels, you can now view a player's dev trait in the ability sub panel. There's a quick access to the team schedule.
That does not look like Zachary Bench unless I just forget how he looks.
Now press triangle or Y to view the full team schedule. In the Dynasty Hub, they've added a new tab called Members. The Members tab lets you see
Members tab, okay.
Dynasty or every
Yep, that's right here. That's right here.
Dynasty. For each team, it shows their username, their team, their top 25 rank, their current
type B,
platform, online status, and whether they're ready to advance. As a commissioner,
I don't want some in and out. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
You will make all your commissioner actions like adding or
having that in and out in months.
Autopilot, promoting or demoting, transferring Dynasty ownership, inviting new users, etc. And they've added crossplay, which I think most of you know by now, but yes, Dynasty mode will be crossplay this year. And there's some other little things that they added, like dynamic time of day. We learned about that yesterday in the presentation deep blog, but you now have dynamic time of day, so the lighting and all that stuff will change based on the time and the quarter. They've also added some Super Sim tempo adjustments. Teams who run up-tempo style of play will
Did we just skip? How the hell we just skip the pre-order bonus? What in the hell?
Also is broken records feedback. When a player in your team breaks a single game, season, or career record, you will now receive a full screen takeover.
That's fire.
Awesome. For the coach stats,
that's for surely fire.
For the coach stats, you can now see the offensive and defensive coordinator stats. They also made a force win update. It says when forcing a win or loss, it now says the name of the team you are forcing a win for, so you no longer have to guess.
I mean, it wasn't that really hard to do that.
Opponent record. When viewing a team schedule, you can now see their combined opponent record, giving you a quick snapshot of their strength of schedule. Advanced week confirmation. A confirmation pop-up will now appear when you go to advance to the next week, helping prevent accidental clicks that can cost you a national championship. You can now sim at 2 points in the season. When advancing the week, you can now sim to any week in the season rather
That
than
was very
specific week.
needed. This is very needed. I ain't gonna lie.
Update as
Yeah,
well.
this is
There's
needed.
redshirt updates. Players can now play in postseason games without them counting against their redshirt eligibility. Additionally, now when you redshirt a player, it will not reset the entire depth chart. Instead, it will only alter the positions that player was in the depth chart for.
Okay.
Scouting ability info. If you'd like to know more about what an ability is when scouting a player, you can highlight the ability on the right side panel and it will display a tooltip informing you what it does. Moving on to Team Builder, it says, this is
What about wait? What about the spreadsheet? Spreadsheet. Wait. What happened to the spreadsheet?
You should get faster performance. The site is now 2 times faster, and it's now accessible on a wider range of devices, including lower-end machines. They added
like
some
your phone, I would assume. Then
previously it was limited to 10 custom images. You can now upload up to 5 megabytes of custom content per team, giving you more creative freedom to customize your teams with as many images and textures as you need within the file size limit. And Team Builder is now more integrated with the Dynasty mode, allowing for smoother and more seamless team creation and management. In College 26, you can also import your College Football 25 teams directly into the new game, preserving the time and creativity you invested in your previous creations. But there's more details here for Team Builder. So when it comes to your school grades, you can set your school grades and define their identity. These grades help shape your program's strengths and weaknesses, and you can select from unique templates to define your team's starting point. Whether you're aiming to be a powerhouse, a pro factory, or a cupcake trying to rise to prominence, there's a template that fits your vision. Choose a school identity template that matches your vision for your program. After selecting a template, you'll see your program's projected team prestige and my school grades. Some grades are shown in exact values, while others appear in ranges, which can vary based on other elements. Factors that influence grades. Stadium atmosphere is adjusted based on the size of the stadium you select. Championship contender, this grade depends on the team you replace in Dynasty mode as you inherit their preseason ranking. Coach stability, coach prestige, and conference.
Was this here last year?
These grades are based
I
on
feel like this
coaching
wasn't here
setup
last
and the
year.
conference you choose, not the template. And they've also enhanced the roster editing. It now has its own dedicated tab with enhanced features designed to give you.
Oh, you been doing this the whole time, bro? Why you ain't say me? You ain't say nothing.
Roster screen.
What the hell?
Updating in real time as you make changes. When you view an individual player, you also.
Bro, I thought he wasn't even telling us shit. Okay, bro. You could have told us that you was on this screen the whole time instead of me having to, scan through and try to find out myself.
How each change affects your team. When editing a player, you'll find 2 new tabs: Bio and Skill Ratings. The Bio tab lets you modify key player details and appearance. Within this tab, you can edit the following fields: their first and last name, previous redshirt status, high school star rating, and deal breaker. As mentioned in the Dynasty discussion, all players now have dynamic deal breakers, and the deal breaker threshold will determine when you import your team into Dynasty mode based on the player's final overall. In the Skill Ratings and Abilities tab, you can control a player's strength and growth. You can set their archetype, which determines their physical abilities. You can set their development trait, their potential, which impacts their skill caps. Physical abilities can be assigned a tier, none to platinum, based on the player's attributes with prompts to adjust ratings if needed. You can also fully customize your recruiting pipelines. Each pipeline is assigned a tier of 1 to 5, with tier 5 being the strongest. You can adjust these pipelines based on your school's history or strategic goals. You can also create up to 5 rivalries for your team builder team. Define the rival team, rivalry name, first year, all-time stats record, last game's winner, and score. This info carries into Dynasty mode. Simply set a rival and replace them with your team builder school. And they've also added some generic stadiums. It says there's 3 generic stadiums and a high school stadium to give you more flexibility when creating or customizing your team. All generic stadiums are small to medium sized and do not feature any team branding. Now, another big part of Dynasty mode is presentation, and yesterday we got a big presentation deep dive, and if you want to find out about all of those details, make sure you check out this video right here.
Wait, it's already over? Wait. Oh. Well, damn. This is a YouTube video, by the way, for Twitch. But I'm in this YouTube video. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this deep dive of a College Football 26. You already know. Road to 1,000. Like, subscribe, comment. Your boy KP. I'm finna fade to black.